Welcome to Eleena The Dreamer, a cozy corner for you to fall asleep to one of my bedtime stories. Now, close your eyes and drift off into a relaxing sleep as we visit the tale of the Riddles of Olympus. Florence had always been a dreamer, her head filled with stories of ancient lands and mythical beings. She often found solace in her grandmother's worn-out leather-bound books, where tales of gods danced upon the pages like sunlight through a canopy of trees. On an unusually warm autumn afternoon, Florence decided to take a wander in the woods, and behind her house she stumbled upon something extraordinary, an ancient stone archway intertwined with golden vines that were glowing faintly under the sunlight. Curiosity propelled her forward as she entered the archway. A soft breeze enveloped her, carrying the scent of blooming flowers and echoing laughter. Before she realized it, she was no longer in her familiar woods, but standing on a beautiful, sun-drenched balcony overlooking a breathtaking landscape. Towering peaks glistened with snow, and beneath her, clouds sprawled like cotton candy. She had arrived in Olympus. She wanted to enjoy more of this beautiful view, so she turned, only to be startled by a tall figure draped in flowing robes of gold and azure. It was Apollo, the god of light and prophecy, his radiant smile igniting warmth in her heart. And suddenly he spoke. "As a mortal, you have entered our realm, and it is tradition you must solve a riddle from each god you meet. Succeed, and you shall have the gift of returning to Olympus whenever you wish." With a nod, Florence felt excitement bubble within her. Apollo began, his eyes twinkling with mischief. "Listen closely, dear mortal. Here is your first riddle. I have keys, but open no locks. I have space, but no room. I can be played, but not touched. What am I?" Florence pondered for just a moment before picturing in her mind a piece of her grandmother's dusty furniture. "A piano," she answered. Apollo smiled down at her. "Correct." He extended his hand, and in his palm lay a small silver key, inscribed with the symbol of the sun. "Take this gift and use it whenever you need guidance." Florence smiled in thanks and then continued her journey through Olympus. Florence met each god in turn, and each was more magnificent than the last. Next was Athena, wise and fierce, surrounded by books and scrolls. "Here is your riddle," she said, her tone gentle yet firm. "I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with smiled. Very good. She offered her a feather of brilliant blue, shimmering with wisdom. Take this gift, keep it close, and it will remind you when you need to listen. Florence smiled and nodded her head with gratitude. She then eagerly advanced into a vast garden of blooming hues. This is where she met the goddess Aphrodite. Aphrodite was enchanting. She offered Florence a delicate flower and spoke in the softest of whispers. Solve this riddle, sweet child, and you shall continue your quest. Florence stared into her beautiful blue eyes, awaiting her next words. Love me or hate me, I'll always be there. I can bring joy or sorrow. I'm a gift, but I'm not a thing. What am I? Florence didn't hesitate. Emotion. She declared the word, her voice filled with conviction. Aphrodite smiled, her teeth sparkling like stars. Aphrodite handed her a beautiful rose. Congratulations, mortal. Take this, speak my name, and you may call upon love whenever you wish. With that, she vanished into a swirl of petals. Florence's heart soared with joy, but soon took on a weight, knowing time was fleeting. Finally, after travelling the gardens filled with laughter and the majestic halls adorned with treasures, Florence stood before the throne of Zeus. The king of the gods exuded authority, his presence commanding respect and admiration. Unlike the others, he did not yet smile. You have shown great perseverance, mortal, and this is your final challenge. Solve this last riddle, and your wish shall be granted. Florence dared not move a muscle as the king of the gods opened his mouth to speak once more. The more of this there is, the less you see. What is it? She closed her eyes, allowing thoughts to swirl in her mind. Suddenly, clarity washed over her. Darkness. Zeus smiled, a glimmer of pride in his eyes. Indeed, you have proven yourself worthy, Florence. Your cleverness and courage have brought you to this moment. With this scroll, you may visit Olympus whenever you desire.